Global leaders responded sharply and divergently on the U.S. military strikes on Iran's three key nuclear facilities, Fordow, Natanz and Isfahan. Now, in this first public remark after the strikes, Iranian Minister of Foreign Affairs Abbas Araghchi accused the U.S. of breaching international law. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer urged Iran to return to the negotiating table and said that stability in the region remained a priority, according to the statement from Downing Street. The EU's foreign policy chief, Kaja Kallas, has called for a de-escalation and return to negotiations. French President Emmanuel Macron called for de-escalation and a return to diplomatic talks following strikes by the United States on Iranian nuclear sites. Saudi Arabia expressed its great concern following the U.S. attacks. The kingdom called on the international community to boost efforts to reach a political solution to end the crisis. Qatar says it fears serious repercussions after the U.S. airstrikes on nuclear facilities in Iran. The foreign ministry warns that the current dangerous escalation in the region may lead to catastrophic consequences both in the region and at international levels. Oman, which was mediating nuclear talks between the U.S. and Iran, has strongly condemned the U.S. strikes. Iraq has warned that the U.S. attacks on its neighbor Iran's nuclear facilities threaten peace and stability in the Middle East. Russia's foreign ministry said it strongly condemns the U.S. attacks on Iran. The deputy head of President Vladimir Putin's Security Council, Dmitry Medvedev, said several nations would be ready to provide Iran with nuclear weapons. China's foreign ministry said it strongly condemns U.S. strikes on Iran's nuclear sites, adding it seriously violates the purposes and principles of UN Charter and international law. Meanwhile, geopolitical conflicts, whenever they may be happening, tend to have a ripple effect. When Russia attacked Ukraine, India's military spares and hardware supply and maintenance was severely impacted. However, the ongoing Israel-Iran conflict may not have the immediate impact on these aspects, according to officials who are closely monitoring the conflict. First, as a major military official has pointed out, the war is too new as of now to show any displayable impact on Indian military spares or hardware. In case the war drags out, he says any diversion of weapon stocks can take place, as Israel is not subject or likely to be subjected to the kind of sanctions that Russia was. Also, several Israeli companies have partnered and formed joint ventures with Indian companies, and that will also help keep supplies to India going despite the war. This is significant as India is actively working on replenishing most of its Israeli-origin weapons, which have been extensively used for Operation Sindoor against Pakistan last month in response to April 22nd Pahalgam terror attack, killing 26 people. Some of Israel's origin military equipment the Indian Air Force had used are the Israeli Spice 2000 guided bombs for the Balakot air strikes in February 2019 and the advanced Heron drones in the last 2 years to amplify surveillance along the line of actual control amid the military standoff with China.